And now, AB Productions, CT presents Colonial Impact Wrestling's 10-year WrestleBrat10n.
And welcome to the WrestleBrat10n Day 2, baby! I am the Colonist.
WrestleBrat10n time!
Woo! That's right.
Great.
And,
my name's JOSHAGEDDON, and I'm excited to be here. And there's Prince of Persia.
And Prince of Persia here. We are starting off tonight the way we started off last night, with a first-round matchup between Prince of Persia and Ken Masters. The winner of this will face the winner of Shiva versus Satan on Day 4 of our Round 1. Round 2 will take place on the entirety of Day 5. We have a grudge feud on Day 6 and then the main event of Day 7. Prince of Persia entered this tournament because he was one of the original two, as fully fleshed out back in the storyline update that aired on January the 25th. Stay tuned for that. Well, stay tuned for it. It already happened. But go find it. And it is in a playlist of the WrestleBrat10n. And Prince of Persia, I know for a fact, JOSHAGEDDON, because, first of all, happy 10-year anniversary, my friend.
Absolutely, a happy 10-year anniversary to you almost.
Goodbye, fans. I'm sorry, continue.
It's either he pulled out a sword or he just mentioned, hey, I watch AEW. Quiet,
listen,
silent.
He's committed to that sword. He is committed to that sword. He's more committed to the sword than Drew McIntyre was.
True.
That's right. Namely because he's also paying $2,000 a month to Abizzle for it, but that's a different story.
His sword. It's not Vince McMahon's sword.
That's right.
Faker Drew McIntyre.
That's right. Well, Prince of Persia, who is looking for a huge win. What an opportunity. This is his first chance, realistically speaking, not counting the King of the Spring tournament. This is his first chance, real chance, of being in the world title picture in the 10 years that CIW has been around. And I know you got a chance to talk to him before this matchup, JOSHAGEDDON. Tell me where his head's at.
Well, first off, he wouldn't stop talking about his goddamn sword, and I was like, put that thing away. And then he was
He's like, you know how much I owe for this sword? And the debt has gone up drastically.
And when I asked him about the match, he didn't really have all that much to say. He just wanted to talk about the sword, and he was like, oh yeah, I've been here for 10 years, and I want to be champion. Oh, my match is about to start. Bye. And I was like, good talk, buddy.
Well, that sounds about right. You know, he's got a weird process of getting in the zone. But in the other side of this equation, Ken Masters, who also really has never had a world championship opportunity here in CIW, and is entered into this tournament after finally getting his win against Sagat and getting the comeuppance that was so desperately needed back at Oblivion.
I'm going to go ahead and spoil it. That's why this is who I picked to win this matchup. He finally got that eye-patched monkey off his back.
Yeah.
And that's just absolute catharsis. And catharsis might just propel him all the way to the end for the CIW World title.
Well, and we want to make sure that people who do end up winning these kinds of feuds are rewarded for their efforts, which is why Corleone, given the participants, chose Ken Masters to enter this matchup. Here we go. And
right. Who do you have winning, Sean?
Well, the Prince of Persia, it's kind of an interesting matchup because both of these guys have a bit of a chip on their shoulder. Nice belly-to-belly there from Prince of Persia. And there was a time when Ken Masters was relegated to pre-shows and met Prince of Persia there, not on purpose. Prince of Persia, that's just where he kind of chilled out for a very long time in CIW. And that is a hell of a motivator when you finally get this kind of an opportunity.
Yeah, he's a free man now.
Yeah, absolutely. And big right hands. Of course, we have a women's match later tonight. Our main event, the XYZ Championship match, Aquaman versus Sephiroth.
My boy is in action.
Can Sephiroth finally do what he has yet to do anywhere meaningfully? And now, a leg attack, take a drink, or a scoop of ice cream.
I did not have any ice cream available, and I ran out of Monster Energy drinks, so I'm just not eating or drinking anything.
Okay, well, to punch yourself in the gut, then.
Okay.
Happy 10 years.
Happy 10 punches to the stomach.
Don't worry, our insurance will cover it. And and a nice counter there in the corner from Prince of Persia.
Like, comment, and subscribe to save a Joshua today.
That's right. Well, most of that money's going to go to our officiating crew, who tonight we are in this, I believe this is John Goodman. John Goodman's here tonight. And so thank you, John, for coming in and doing your hardest. Now, as we said before, every referee, no matter who you've seen them and how you've seen them look before, they're all in blue this week in uniform celebration of 10 years running. Of course, culminating in 10 years to the day on day 7 on February 4th. Stay tuned for that. And there is...
And honestly, I like the blue shirt referees. They're nice and old school.
They are. And, you know, I appreciate that everybody kind of classed up and now leaving the ring after a nice shot there from Prince of Persia. And taking a powder is not something I expect Ken Masters to be doing here in the early going.
Yeah, there we go. Big Irish whip into the corner.
That's right. Oh, wait, what's Ken? What is this? What is this? And now just, gut first into the turnbuckle.
Dick first into the top turnbuckle.
Yeah,
that has to be uncomfy.
Right in the diverticulitis. And, oh, God, and a shot to the chest himself. Yeah, that's a good way to have your intestines rearranged.
Yeah. And he hit him so hard with that, Kenny Omega and Brock Lesnar both flinched at the same time.
Yeah, that's just goes to show the effectiveness of the maneuver. And, you know, but that's rather unorthodoxly painful for Ken Masters to be doling out, but it goes to show the momentous occasion we've got on our hands here tonight. And this whole week. Oh, wait, what is this? Come on now. Come on, not through the table. And, oh, God. A razor's edge, and I'm pretty sure Persia's head hit the corner of that table.
Dude.
And
Ken Masters took that whole thing with Sagat very personally.
Well, I mean,
I think he's a changed man.
Well, you got to remember, Josh, again, a lot of money was taken off of Ken Masters' table by being on those pre-shows. For a full year, and now a cover from Ken could be over here 1 to advance to the semifinals. No, only 2. Prince of Persia
He's
with a
lot
nice
more
kick
vicious right now than I'm used to.
Yeah, definitely a mean streak. But when both of these guys are in their realistically first world title opportunity, which, if you recall, was ruined at the King of the Spring for Ken Masters by Sagat.
Yeah.
In the formation of the Forgotten Fighters. So this is big for both of them.
And Sagat's never-ending crusade to just fuck over Ken Masters.
Well, and speaking of Sagat, we are going to see him compete on day 5 against the man who betrayed him at the end of that Iron Man match, Simon Belmont. And Sagat is obviously not happy, and Simon Belmont, trying to take the head off that eye-patched snake, has finally had enough after you and I saw him be the MVP of that Soul Calibur Gauntlet match back at Autumn Asylum.
Absolutely. And many squeeze were doled out on that day.
Yes, there were. And oh, what a big flapjack.
Ooh, just launched him into the sky.
Yeah, right into the air. And not quite a flapjack, but definitely a pancake-like. Wait a second. Hadouken! Big Hadouken onto Prince of Persia, and he got all of it.
Wow.
And no selling it.
Wow. Tell me how you really feel, Prince of Persia.
Yeah, Prince of Persia, he's getting right back up. He is fired up, man. This is what I'm saying, Josh, again. There is intensity here.
He's like, Ken, but I want to tell you about my sword first.
Yeah, well,
Ken's like, shut up already.
Well, that and Sandy Bananas, but, you know, underneath all of that, diversion.
Those damn Sandy Bananas.
That's right, which I know are still coming in waves to your house a year later. Sorry about it. And
I got one yesterday.
Yeah, I bet.
And got in my lungs, and I had a coughing fit. So thanks.
Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that. But here's the fun thing about that: some of those bananas are actually just look like bananas, and then you peel them, and it's just sand inside. And
yeah,
I don't know how he did that. No idea how he did that.
And some of them, it's just an unpeeled banana, just drenched, just absolutely carpet bombed with sand.
Yeah, it's like so. There was a lot of intricate work.
And I got one recently. It was the package, and it said Sandy Banana. There was no banana. It was just sand. You guessed it, sand.
Yeah, it was very inconsistent packaging. We asked him to do it really fast, so it was really inconsistent. Oh, and a nice neck breaker there from Prince of Persia.
I'm not even joking for a second there, because I thought it was anthrax for a second there. It gave me a miniature heart attack for a second there.
Well, no, we would. Our feud didn't get that personal. Although Joker made the case for it, but let's not get into that.
Of course he did.
But let's now what is it? Masters up to the top. Persia laying there and completely missing, just leapfrogging him. And now going back to the leg, trying to stop that Sands of Time from being a maneuver that Persia can hit. Oh, and another Hadouken to the outside.
Oh, he just obliterated him with that.
Yeah, you got to get him back into the ring, Ken. And I think he is. That's exactly what he's trying to do here. And he might. And Prince of Persia tried to get up. The cover could be over 1, 2, and only 2.
Oh, man.
Wow.
Ken is pissed.
The resiliency of Prince of Persia kicking out of 2 Hadoukens, but just a little too much time taken getting him back into the ring. Uh-oh. What is this? Oh, God.
Oh,
just
man,
choking him on the ropes. I think you might be right, JOSHAGEDDON. Ken is... There's something different about Ken Masters here tonight.
I mean, when someone's fucking with you for over a year, you're down to just, like, be just in a sour mood for a while after that. There's no just immediately like, oh, that was a thing that happened. I'm fine now.
Yeah, we can't just move on like it didn't occur, you know, for a full year. A full year of it, too. But, you know, to the credit of Persia, he was staying in this, but just a kick and just launched Persia to the outside.
What a boot.
Yeah, and Ken... Oh, how about that boot, then?
Oh, my God.
Persia is busted open.
This isn't Sagat. He's not even bald.
Well, hey, but this is what the world title means to CIW competitors. To be the first CIW heavyweight champion, our new crowned champion. Nice over-the-top suplex there from Persia, who is definitely feeling a little worse for wear now that he's got the proverbial crimson mask. Yeah. Oh, wait a second. Or maybe I'm wrong, because that is the Sands of Time. And he got it. Ken is down. Persia, Sands of Time from the depths of the cover. 1, 2, no way. 3.
Wow.
Prince of Persia.
Dude.
Digs down deep.
About fighting from underneath.
And pulls out a Sands of Time that shocks Ken Masters and this commentary booth. You're Josh again.
I can't believe it. I mean, Ken Masters was beating the shit out of him for most of the match.
That was an upset. I hardly ever say that a match is an upset, but my God, what a win. Prince of Persia somehow advances to the semifinals on day 5. We'll find out who he faces in a couple of days, but what a way to start day 2.
I'll give it to him. That was impressive.
That was impressive. A great match from both individuals, but now we've got a bit of a personal matchup. Can I get a ladies in the chat?
Ladies sliding into the DMs.
Now, this matchup, on paper, doesn't seem like it means much of anything, but if you've been following the Natalie World Order, led by Natalie Portman, which formerly had Padme in it, consists still of Evey Hammond and Nina Sayers. Evey Hammond cost Black Cat the first ever CIW Women's Championship match at Doomsday last year. There was a triple threat match between her and Lara Croft and Black Cat that Black Cat won to win another opportunity, and Nina Sayers cost Black Cat that opportunity. But there's always been lingering animosity between Evey Hammond and Black Cat, and it gets settled here today. Can Evey Hammond make a name for herself apart from the Natalie World Order? And can Black Cat finally get some vengeance on the woman who cost her everything? Your pick, Josh, again.
Honestly, I don't know. I'm honestly, every time I see Evey Hammond, I'm just concerned because she does not look well.
No.
She's a psychological tire fire.
Yeah, she got some things going on up in that head. Here comes Black Cat, who's got some things going on literally everywhere else.
Yeah.
If I may say so myself. And I would like to once again thank Bully McGuire for bringing Black Cat to our attention to hire. Bully McGuire, who advanced yesterday to the semifinals, who will be there on day 5.
Looking forward to that. I'm going to go with Black Cat just to get some retribution.
Yes, well, Black Cat, she's been thinking about this, knowing that Evey Hammond was really at the root of the fact why she never won the championship and probably deserved to. There were 2 iron claws in that, or the cat's claws they were in that were interrupted by Evey Hammond. You know, even our announcer is impressed.
Yeah, another reason.
And here we go.
Black Cat has some wins here in CIW. Has Evey Hammond won any matches?
Evey Hammond has not won a match here in CIW as of yet. Oh, what a gutbuster.
Well, now would be a good time to start.
Well, yeah,
but
that was
again,
a good start on our biggest show
Black
ever.
Cat.
Yeah, absolutely. And here, and by the way, Josh, again, you just because you were not here yesterday to hear this, the rules of the WrestleBrat10n, as mandated by Michael Corleone, is that if you're involved in a faction of some description, but you are wrestling on one day, you cannot interfere in another day's competition.
Okay, solid. Nice, I like it.
So that means that because Natalie Portman and Padme have a match, Natalie's not getting involved. Because Nina already had her match, she's not getting involved. So this is mano y mano.
You mean womano y womano?
It's mama y mama. And now,
just the
nice
way
arm
Dirty
drag.
Dominic Mysterio likes it.
That's right. Oh, of course he did. Well, Evey Hammond and Dominic Mysterio spent some time in a holding cell back in Pasadena. Oh, and a right hand. And
okay, so Dom really did have it bad in prison for like that hour he was in there. Because imagine spending an hour with Evey Hammond locked in a room.
Well, we've seen her do some rather unorthodox things. I'm pretty sure she's the one who swung the barbed wire bat at Sydney's head, which was apparently not the first time that was going to happen to Sydney. Little did we know. And a spike pile driver. And oh, wait a second. Are we going to see the V-swing? The V-swing. Don't ask what the V stands for. And now we're going to leg
Stands for velocity. That's what we're going
That's
with.
right. There's a whole monologue in that movie about it. And now wrenching the leg. And the rope break. And she is keeping the count on. Referees count up to 4. 5 would have counted as a disqualification. As these,
who do you have winning this matchup, Sean?
Well, I'm inclined to agree with you that Black Cat certainly has got more wins in CIW than Evey Hammond, but at the same time, we really haven't seen Evey Hammond in a one-on-one match before. You know, this is something that Evey hasn't had the opportunity to do yet. So,
like I said, she's crazy, which makes her unpredictable.
Yeah, well, absolutely, and thankfully, she's not just screaming and has multicolored hair.
Yeah, or an absurd amount of tattoos.
Oh, but a nice roll up from Black Cat. 1, 2, and only 2. As Evey Hammond kicks out.
And I haven't seen her wagging her tongue around a lot. So
no, not really. Oh, what a spear!
Oh, wow!
Instead of punches, countered whatever Black Cat was intending.
Damn, Evey.
And
tell us how you
really,
actually don't tell us how you really feel. I'm concerned about how you really feel.
Well, I don't know if she would open up in a way that we would comprehend, to be honest with you. But
I don't know if she would open up in a way that we can actually show on YouTube.
Yeah, well, that's true. That's true. We would need security, and security takes their sweet-ass time getting into CIW rings, as we have established many times before. And a low blow, meat wallet mutilation, message sent.
Swift kick right to the meat wallet.
That's right. And but let's talk about your femme fatales another time. And now,
absolutely.
wait a second. Rolling DDT.
Ooh,
nicely
DDT
done.
Black Cat.
And Black Cat is now, I've noticed she's working on the head of Evey Hammond. Is that smart, or is it something that's just going to make her more volatile?
I don't think Evey Hammond needs to get her eggs scrambled anymore. I think that's already a done deal.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're just burning in the pan now. And bringing her right back. And Evey Hammond, you got to give her credit. You know, she knocked Black Cat down, pulled her right back up, and went right back to the headlock.
As someone who's actually almost set their house on fire trying to cook eggs before,
another roll up. 1, 2, and no! Unfortunately, Evey Hammond rolls over easy. Spin kick from Black Cat. And now just slapping the head.
On fire.
That's right. Breakfast jokes, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah,
wait a second. Cat's Claw! Is that enough to put her away? Is she going to tap out here? But I think she's a little too close to the rope.
She's right next to the ropes.
Yeah, but I think that might have done the damage. That might have done it either way. The cover here could be over for Evey. 1, 2, and no! Evey kicks out of the Cat's Claw.
maybe Evey has heard our critiques of her not exactly racking up wins, and maybe she's taking that a little personally.
Well, this is her opportunity, man. This is the chance that Nina Sayers got and was not able to capitalize on, as Lara Croft ended up coming up the victor. But she's trying. She's trying to rally here, and you got to give her credit. She's already hit her big V-swing.
Yeah.
And now both of these women have taken each other's best move, and now it becomes a lot more of a chess game than the original kind of feeling out checkers it sometimes can be in the early goings of matchups.
Oh, poke right to the eye, though. Nice eye gouge right there.
Well, you can't be surprised at that.
Not at all. I'm surprised that Black Cat still has eyes, considering Evey Hammond.
Yeah, and actually now a nice chin lock, but again, too close to the ropes. And Black Cat, I mean, we've seen Black Cat endure long matches before. You know, she's capable of doing it, and a lot of the times when she's in one-on-one situations, she comes out on top. You know, she was unfortunately unsuccessful in the women's triple threat Saturday Night Hype match. That was won by Wonder Woman, who faces Yuna tomorrow night in the main event of Day 3.
Ooh, that's going to be fun.
Yeah, that's going to be a great match. And now big bow and arrow. And is that going to be enough to get Evey Hammond to tap out? Now working on that lower back. Actually, the entirety of the back. Front of the back of the back, the middle of the back.
Side of the back.
And a meat wallet mutilation punch. Message sent.
How do you like it?
Yeah. Well, hey, that's the thing, is all fair in love and war, and we know that Corleone is incredibly lax about low blows. Lets it kind of go. Lets it slide in the face away. We just hate to see it.
Yeah. He just lets the punches land where they may.
That's right. Oh, he's more about weapon interference and, you know, repeated assault of the referee, but now both of these women are starting to look a little worse for wear, as this has entered a longer amount of time than I expected these women were going to wrestle each other, Josh, again.
Yeah, me too. I mean, again, we haven't exactly been impressed with Evey Hammond. This is
what a right hand!
Yeah, this is her first true test here in CIW.
Wait a second. Another V-swing, this time way closer to the center of the ring. Is she going to beat Black Cat here? The cover. 1, 2, 3. Oh, only 2!
Man.
Black Cat lives on.
That was so close.
And Josh, again, Evey Hammond, if she can comprehend thoughts, has got to be asking herself only one question. What do I have to do?
Yeah, absolutely.
And Black Cat, a vertical suplex, but you could tell the effects of that big swing have definitely taken their toll.
Yeah, absolutely.
Wait a second. Cat's Claw! Cat's Claw! Right back! Cat's Claw!
This is bad news for Evey.
That is bad news for Evey, and it's definitely a lot closer, and this could be enough to take her down. The claw right to the face. Black Cat's got Evey center of the ring. The cover. 1, 2, 3. What a matchup.
Man, even though Evey lost, that was still an impressive
That was wildly impressive. As Black Cat perseveres after taking 2 big swings, a back and forth contest. Literally, it swung back and forth, but Black Cat just one step ahead, locks in the Cat's Claw, and that's all she wrote. Your thoughts, Josh, again?
And it took 2 Cat's Claws to put down Evey Hammond.
Yes,
but again, I'm impressed with both, but I'm not all that surprised that Black Cat won.
No, me either. And what will this mean for the Natalie World Order, batting 0 for 2 so far? But Black Cat, your winner here on Day 2 of our anniversary WrestleBrat10n week-long extravaganza. We are so happy you were along for the ride. Main Bento time. Yeah. Shout out to the Fluke Man.
Yeah, shout out to you, Torin.
It is Sephiroth versus Aquaman for the XYZ Championship. Aquaman, the defending champion, who has completely dismissed Sephiroth as an opponent. And,
yeah, honestly, yeah.
And Sephiroth, who has been trying between TAW and CIW for the better part of 2 years after being screwed over and over and over, getting just so close, that close to the championship. Whatever championship he was after, just to fall that much shy. The XYZ Championship included. Sephiroth whipped the ass of Captain Planet and Nathan Von Schrader, including a top rope spear that shut my jaw to the floor.
Yeah, that was nuts.
This man is ready for Aquaman. Can he finally break his own glass ceiling here tonight, JOSHAGEDDON? Who you got?
Do you even need to ask? I'm going with the boy Sephiroth here. I am a believer in the one-winged angel, but again, it's DC. So
well, but here's the thing. This includes the rule that Colonial laid down about if you're on one show, you cannot show up on another show and mess with people if you're in a faction. That counts for DC as well. So Aquaman's gonna have to beat him one-on-one. There's no exceptions here. This is our 10-year anniversary, damn it. This is not gonna be fucked with. Here comes Aquaman.
Not like the King of the Spring. We're not gonna have a repeat of King of the Spring.
Yeah, somebody ruined it for everybody else. That's all I'm gonna say. Somebody ruined it for the rest of us, and now new rules are in play here. And
how's your head, by the way, Sean? Speaking of that,
I don't want to talk about it.
Not be named.
I don't want to talk about it. Here comes Aquaman, whose credentials cannot be understated. This man has, honestly, it can't be overstated either. It's just stated. It is perfectly stated. 3-time XYZ champion, and beat Noob Saibot to get it. The thumbs up there, and you can see the confidence that oozes out of this man's face. Had one of the best win-loss records when we were actually cared about those kinds of things. Thanks, Tony Khan, for ruining that. And meanwhile,
Tony ruins everything.
Meanwhile, but Aquaman and Arthur Curry might have a hard challenge at his hands, and here we go. And it's starting out with a headlock.
Who you got winning this?
I'm full blown in Sephiroth's corner. Give me the hair flip harbinger.
Yes, the harbinger of hair.
Yes, the hawk of the hair flip. And this man, you can see how stiff his hair is. It's clipping through his body. That's how much gel is in this man's hair.
His hair is a literal weapon.
Yeah, it is. Thankfully, he doesn't use it like Bianca Belair does, but that's...
He should.
He's working on that.
Should.
But a textbook vertical suplex. Now, this is an interesting position to be in here, JOSHAGEDDON, because when you look at the way these two wrestle, this is very much a clash of styles.
Yeah, it very much is. I mean, again, Aquaman is used to having backup, but now that backup has been rescinded. And Sephiroth's more of just an all-around kind of guy.
Well, and that's not to dismiss the fact that Aquaman can win things on his own. Remember, he was tag champion. He still is technically tag champion, as DC used their own Freebird rule to kind of exchange Batman for the Penguin so that Aquaman could be in this position, but he never lost that belt. But at the same time, I guess they didn't win those fairly either, did they? Well, no, I guess they won them fairly, and then they just decided to form DC, and then the rest was history. And the inverted atomic drop, message sent.
And Sephiroth needs to check his messages so that doesn't happen again.
Well, Sephiroth getting almost got a hair flip in, but saw Aquaman approaching and kind of thought better of it.
Okay, you do not interrupt the hair flip.
This man's hair flip, that's right.
That is sacrilege.
Well, and here's an interesting question for you, JOSHAGEDDON, because, now what is this? West Coast Pop, Underwater Pop, 1, 2, and no, Sephiroth out at 2. That had to have brought some flashbacks to the time when he lost it to Noob Saibot in the triple threat. Nice right hand. And
Aquaman has been in command for the early going of this matchup, which surprises me a little bit.
Well,
especially after the performances that Sephiroth has been putting out as of late.
Honestly, not me though, but Aquaman, he's a guy who has been consistently good throughout his whole career, whether he's been doing it with help or not. His track record speaks for itself. The fact that he is a 3-time XYZ champion, he had all of these credentials. He's led multiple factions. He has become the de facto leader of DC in the wake of the Joker and the Flash both leaving. Kick to the dick, message sent, and Aquaman eating a powder. Sephiroth has started to gain a little momentum here. Hair flip.
First he interrupts the hair flip.
Hair flip.
Not that one. Not that one either. But first he interrupts the
punch and leave.
Okay, we're piling on. He interrupts the first hair flip, kicks him in the dick, punches him in the face, and leaves. The disrespect by Aquaman.
Well, Aquaman, I think, we talked about the fact that Aquaman was dismissing it. There he goes again. We talked about the fact that Aquaman was dismissing Sephiroth as not a valuable opponent, and now you can see it's kind of the mind games here to get him outside, and what a kick to the head.
Oh, that was a nice, solid connection right to the jaw.
Aquaman, he's not stupid, man. He knows what he's doing.
He's not the Flash.
No, definitely not. There's the reason he's been the leader of the Shades of Black for so long before he went to that, and he's now the leader of DC, and it looked like Sephiroth was gonna choke him with that wire cable. And
you don't want to get disqualified.
Well, or counted out, and Sephiroth knows he has to beat Aquaman. Aquaman does not have to beat him. He has to break that count up.
Absolutely. So, some good ring awareness, or outside of ring awareness by Sephiroth.
Well, he's going to have to be on his game tonight. Oh, drop toe hold, and his head bounced off that turnbuckle.
Ooh, that was a perfectly timed drop kick by Aquaman right there.
Yeah, that was a beautiful drop toe hold. As charged in came Sephiroth, but now vaulting. Aquaman over the top springboard, got him!
That was a solid 60%.
That was a majority. That was a solid majority. And now I'm going to take that now again, slamming Aquaman's head right here on our announce table. You look darker, Josh, again. And now the choke, and now really is choking him, but only briefly. And only briefly, and again, the referees count up to 5, breaks up the count. 5-head move from Sephiroth.
You won't take me seriously, damn it.
Well, Sephiroth knows this could be his last shot. He's had a few opportunities at the XYZ Championship. If he loses here on the biggest stage that we may ever have, that might be it.
Yeah, we might have to wait till the 20-year anniversary. For
and Sephiroth ain't got that kind of time.
Yeah. He's got to go kill Aerith again.
Yeah, no, honestly, he's looking forward to it. Elbow drop. And of course,
what does Sephiroth love more, the hair flip?
Oh, speaking of, there's the submission form of the Aerith Killer. There's the submission form. Is this going to be enough? He tapped. He tapped.
What? Yes!
Sephiroth tapped. Sephiroth wins. Aquaman tapped.
Immediate tap out.
I am stunned.
Wow.
Out of nowhere, the vault over the top. Aquaman taps instantly.
That is how we do it, ladies and gentlemen.
What a shock. I am left in shock. Aquaman has been beaten with an immediate tap-out Aerith Killer. Sephiroth finally climbs to the top of the mountain. We will see you tomorrow, folks. That's what the WrestleBration's all about, baby.